Hey everybody, I'm back for the first time in a while. Sorry, I was slacking a little bit, I'll admit. To be honest, mentally I've been going through a rough time lately between the drama with my family member and actually she had messaged me again a couple of days after the original time and started calling me a couple of names and said that if my father were alive that he would have never accepted this, which I don't think is true because my dad actually used to say that he would always love me no matter what like sexual orientation I had or anything like that, as long as I'm a good person when I grow up and things like that and I have good values and morals and etc. My dad was old school, but he was open minded. Do I ever know for sure? Will I know for sure? No. Because unfortunately, he passed away. I'd like to think that he's looking down on me knowing that I'm still a good person and I do a lot of good things for people. And he has grandsons anyway, if he's that worried about having a boy in the family and to carry on the last name legacy, etc. There's two grandsons under me that he'll always have. That's another thing. I was spending time with my son, so I didn't really have time to do any recording. Um, like it was really nice to spend time with them because mentally I ain't been in a great place lately. Not just because of my aunt. Nothing to do with my lifestyle or anything. People are great to me other than my aunt. She disowned me as her nephew. That was another thing. She said I'm no nephew to her. And she'll never talk to me again. Bye, etc. And I'm like, okay. Cause, and then she was like, you had the nerve to, bring my daughter into it, and she died of depression, had issues, and blah blah blah. And yet, I was kind of low for bringing her daughter into it, but how low was she for saying what she said in the first place? And all I said is I could see why, if with a mother like that, why she would be depressed. Maybe she said something to set her off or something. Who knows? It's probably true. With her saying things like she says, that could depress some people to the point where they want to kill themselves if they are at a weak point in their life. So you never know. I'm not saying that she did or didn't, but I'm just not happy with the woman, and I see a lot of failure in her own life, a lot of failure with, you know, things she's done in the past, and I don't know what she's doing in her present, but I mean, you can't throw. What's that saying? You can't throw stones in glass houses or something. Don't judge other people if you don't want them to judge you. Like, um, all I said was, I could see why, sh- like she would be upset and everything. Like I know that if I was in a weaker state of mind, that would make me suicidal, probably, to be told some of the things that she had said to me, especially when she said that, like, my dad would have never stood for this if he was alive. Like, I actually kind of cried thinking about that, to be honest, at first. And, that's another thing. For her to have, brought that up, I've only mentioned that on here in passing. So I guess she must watch some of my videos. I guess whatever. Give me hits on my channel. I don't care. Um, but it's whatever. And then she got on me for what if my kids find out and everything. Why do people act like it's a bad thing if kids find out? As long as you explain it in a mature way and you raise them to be tolerant, loving, mature people and don't get all sexual about it or anything and just tell them the basics of what it's about in a like adult fashion and a loving fashion and let them know you are who you are as a person and you will always love them the same way, then there shouldn't be a problem. Especially when they're younger. That's when to instill these values in them, not to judge people, not to think differently of them because they look different or act a little different. That they are still the same loving person to you today that they were yesterday. Simple as that. So, that's what I think my children would think, and my two boys, I don't see anything like this even phasing them, honestly. It might surprise them a little bit, but they'll still be like, well, to me, you're always going to be the dad you always were to me. Well, they might not say that word for word, but they'll be like, stop wasting our time now and let us get back to playing or some shit like that. That would probably be the real response. They ain't even really gonna care, honestly. No, my boys, because, I raised my kids to be tolerant children. I mean, I'm a tolerant person. I am tolerant of all types of people who are, especially ones who are tolerant of me. And even if they aren't tolerant of me, I just stay out of their way, even if I don't agree with their lifestyle at all. I just keep it away from them. Agree to disagree and be away. Keep out their life. They keep out my life. Whatever. Man, I've been binge playing this video game called Forza Horizon 5. If you have Xbox One, I suggest you play it. I've been addicted to something called auction. It's like basically you have fake money on the game, and you can auction cars and play with. Auction and bid and sell to other players like it's a fake eBay. I think I'm as addicted to that as the racing and and video game part of it. Yes, I am a gamer to the core, but I only play once in a while. But when I do, I play like all day long. But yeah, that's what I'm into right now. Forza Horizon 5. I just won. I just won in a bid a rare car, a 1970 Chevy Chevelle Super Sport 454. Nice car. For only 56,000 credits when it's worth 193,000. So, like I said, you play with the fake money, you bid with the fake money, and then you do with other players with Xbox Live and everything. If you have Xbox Live, my name is JerseyJ856 on there. So, if you want to add me, feel free. Maybe we can game sometime. I don't have a working disk drive right now, so I'm just playing this digitally. But yeah, this and Netflix is my life in my room. But yeah, that's what's been up the last couple of days. And then I've had some other things on my mind, some deep regrets from my past, and I don't even want to get into the subject. And this too personal for me to even talk about. Oh, that's another thing. She was cracking on me for broadcasting my life and stuff. Well, let me explain to everybody once and for all why I don't mind broadcasting my life. I've screwed up a lot in life. People know this. There's rumors about me left and right. I might as well tell it to the world straight. And maybe some other people out there that feel hopeless in their life, that are doing some of the things that I did do or are doing, they can look at my videos and realize that you can get out of that rut. There is a way. And, some people, maybe they just find it entertaining. Whatever. It gives me a chance to vent. Gives me a chance to talk and associate with other like-minded individuals and people that just care in general. It gives us something to talk about. It's kind of therapeutic for me and for some other people. And I don't mind broadcasting my life at this point. There's many points where I would have been very hidden about things. But at this point, I've talked about my drug use in the past, my illegal activities in the past, and my hot-headedness, my screw-ups, and everything else. And, I've talked about now my transition period that is going along very slowly, but my appointment is on the 15th, so it's next week. I'll start a HRT that day, I hope. But yeah, that's why I broadcast my life, and I don't mind it. I don't have anything to lose. It's not like I have a significant other. I don't have anybody that is directly in my life that would have a problem with me broadcasting my life. There's nothing that interesting about my life right now to broadcast. I basically just broadcast my thoughts about things in my life or that have happened in my life in the past. And if some people have a problem with it, agree to disagree and just stop fucking watching. You know? Like, it's a pretty simple concept. But that's why I broadcast my life. Because, yeah, it does seem stupid to some, but it's like literally a video journal or something, basically. And if it helps others or even entertains others in the process, so be it. Whatever. Especially so be it if it helps them. Because I definitely would love to help other people that are going through things. Because I know how hopeless I've felt at some points in my life. And I know how you feel when you get out of it. And I know how hard it is to get out of it. And I would always love any day to give advice to somebody who watches a video of mine and says, hey, I'm going through the same shit. What did you do in this situation or something? I'd love to help somebody out in something like that. So I'll broadcast my stuff all day because if I experience these horrible things, why not talk about it? Otherwise it's just, it all happened in vain and nothing really came of it, good or bad, except just bad memories and traumatization and other things and injuries to my body inside and out. Like, if I can make some good of it, I want to. And I think the only way you can make good of it is by talking about it, to good people. And as far as I know, at least the majority of you are good people because I have one-on-one talks with many of the people who do watch this channel on the regular. And you guys are fucking awesome and I love you guys. But, I always worry about the majority. Because there's always the minority that just do things because they do things or do things for negative reasons, but whatever. It is what it is. So, that's been my last few days. Nothing interesting. Just some Forza Horizon, time with my sons, some depressing and even angry moments about regrets in my past and just problems with my aunt and stuff like that. And I'm over my aunt. We just stopped talking. We both said goodbye to each other. I guess we're never gonna talk again. That's just what it is. I wish her the best. I really do. Like, I hope she changes her ways one day. She thought I was on drugs too. That's another thing. She was like, you must be on drugs doing this at first in the conversation. And I was like, the people I live with and the area I live in the middle of nowhere, for one thing, and I hardly ever leave the house, and the people I live with in the house can see a drug addict from a mile away, and people know me on drugs too. Anybody can vouch for the fact that I have been clean off of any drugs for like 2 years now. So I got no guilt there. Maybe that's me being sober for so long. I've taken time to really evaluate my life and think of what I really want in life and how to get to it and stuff for once, because I've had so much clean time. So maybe that's the answer to it. I don't know if she ever thought that. Maybe I was messed up for so long because I was numbing the pain of reality that I'm in a body that I can't friggin' stand. I'm in a life I can't stand. I'm just in a whole situation I can't stand. All kinds of things I can't stand, and I'm just numbing it with a substance. Maybe that was the problem. or part of it. At the end of the day, it's ultimately my choice what I do, and I chose to get away from that. So I feel no guilt. And besides, I get random drug tests from my doctors and stuff, and they definitely do enough blood work and urine work and stuff like that on me for my other health issues. So it would have came up, and they would have shut me down on the medications I do have, which definitely are not get high type medications, unless you want a really cheap high that people in jail or something would probably go for, I guess. But, I'm just not that person anymore, and I'm glad I'm not. So that settles that, you know. But I'm sorry, that just brought me right back to that subject. I guess haters are just always gonna hate. People are always gonna assume things about you, about your lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you and whatever God you believe in, if you believe in a God, are the only ones that know everything that you think and feel and do. So, and people around you, they know your habits and stuff. They know what kind of person you are. That's why I told her she's the minority. People around me, people who know me, they all support me. I'm actually overwhelmed with all the support I've gotten from my loved ones. They have been amazing. Amazing. My own mother, my aunt, taking me to shop and everything for female stuff. They have been amazing. And all my friends, all the people I've talked to online, everybody, people I don't even know. Amazing. She's the minority. But I hope that she grows and before she passes that she really gets a more open mind to them kind of things. But you can't change everybody in the world, and that's just reality. The only thing you could do is gravitate yourself towards good individuals that give a crap about you and that are gonna be there for you whether they like everything you do or not. They'll just appreciate you for the person that you are and the person you are to them, for them, whatever. And you appreciate them for the person they are to you and for you. Like, that's all it comes down to. That's what matters. Man, I only came on here to make a short video before bedtime. Because I wanted to check in with you guys. And I'm going on for almost 20 minutes. I just wanted to update y'all. It just brought up a lot of key issues. The short conversation me and her had. Things that I felt I should have talked about. And I'm not talking about with just me and her. These are things that people say to everybody. That's why I say I'm not just broadcasting my life. I'm broadcasting the lives of many. Just my version of it. But many can relate. And many out there understand the pain that people go through when they hear that from someone who's loved them for so long. And I just talk about my version of how to get through it. Of course, you're free to choose your own version. You live your own version. Everybody's got a different story. We read our own stories. But I just showed that it can be done if you're strong enough. You gotta have your heart and soul into what you're doing. You can't give up once you've started rolling that ball. You can't give up. You gotta keep going. You don't have to, but it's like you might as well. People are always gonna think of you that way anyway. People have always thought I was a little girly and stuff anyway. I've always been accused of being gay and stuff like that. When I was a little kid and whatnot, people would call me a girl, they called me gay and stuff like that. And back then I didn't understand the concept, first of all. And second of all, I'm not gay. I've been with mostly females and stuff in my lifetime, so it's not a matter of me being gay as a biological male. It's just my own identity that I've always liked girly stuff. I've always felt like I should have been born a girl from the beginning. I'm glad I wasn't for the fact that I have awesome children, all of them, and like I wouldn't take them back for anything, God knows. But other than that, I haven't really enjoyed anything about being a guy. Like, I mean, flesh pleasure is good and all, but you know, nothing specifically about being a guy has helped me. You know, nothing that I couldn't do as a female, too, other than have my children, of course. I mean, I could have even married a girl as a girl, you know. Not that I would have married the same girl because Jenny was straight. Trust me, she would never have married a girl. Um, but I don't know. It is one twisted world we all live in, folks. Almost 9 o'clock at night here in New Jersey right now. But, yeah. So, hopefully, I won't have my mind too much on. Like I said, I've been upset about some regrets in my past, too. Has to do with personal stuff that, like I said, has nothing to do with transgender stuff. Nothing, just life regrets. Things that I wish went differently, that could have so easily went differently with different choices. Things that I promised I would take to my grave that I can't change if I wanted to anyway, so that's why I'm going to take them in my grave. But let's just say I've hit a couple of walls this weekend with my hands because I was mad to myself. But, I'll get past it. That's what you do. That's the healthy way of lashing out. Just hit an object that isn't going to cost anybody else. Not someone else's inanimate object, just something of yours that you don't care about. Just hit it and just let that anger out. I'd throw on my Everlast gloves or something. Well, I did it barehanded the first time, then the second time I wrapped my hands up because I hurt my knuckles the first time. Yeah, I had a couple of outbursts and it wasn't pretty. I can't even get into the subject. I would get emotional immediately. But we all carry our baggage, and it don't always have to do with transgender things. It also has to do with me still being very lonely, you know, in person lonely. Thank God I have my internet therapy talking to you guys. Awesome. I've been in a lot of contact with my friends in real life, and they are awesome people, like my closest friends at least. Um, and yeah, you just do things to distract yourself. My kids last night, they cheered me up a lot. My boys, they're gonna be such good young men. They already are. I couldn't ask for better kids. I wish I could spend more time with them last night, but they didn't get here till almost bedtime. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this video off because I've been rambling for a while now. Get back to Forza for maybe a half an hour and then hit the bed. You guys, as usual, be safe. And for now, peace out.